Oh, it is a winter wonderland indeed. The snow is falling in upstate New York as you get a look inside Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. You look at this Buffalo defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Here's Hardman to return. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's into the hands of Iomanner. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now 3rd down and 7. They run it again with Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. To throw, it's Allen. Completes it to Hardman. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Mecole Hardman. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Williams. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On 4th down, here's Williams. That's complete. Rome Odunze. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
That's good. A gain of 14. And the Bears first down.
Looking to throw is Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Throwing again here, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the Bills' 9-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to pick it up himself. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Swift. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going back touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Cook. And they're going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Bears will get the football back. Looking to put a drive together. To the air, Williams. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Here's Williams. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
From the gun, here's Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw once more, here's Williams. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Dorian Williams from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
It's a gain of 42 yards. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They run the option here on first and 10. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
It's a pickup of 3.
Allen going to change this at the line. Allen now off the play fake. This is caught. And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bills 14. Bears nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10. On play action, here's Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The slot man in motion right. Now Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his run back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Williams going to look to throw again. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
That's another Bears first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A final shot before half for Allen. Allen going to run with it. His throw incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Allen going to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brown 80, 56, 56. Alert! What's that?
Throwing now is Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Allen going to run with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they can regroup and get something different going here on second down. The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To the air, Allen. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
To throw, Williams. A man over the middle, and it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Working out of the gun, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
At the 43-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Williams will get this out wide to Odunze. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A gain of 12.
is Williams.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Slot man moves right.
To the air once more. Williams.
And his throw is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity. Just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw is Williams.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Bears 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Lenny, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Allen. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Bell.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Here's Allen.
Shakir hauls it in.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bears' 49-yard line.
Out. Lead. 319. Middle. Good job.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
A first down carry for Davis. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
5 wide.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Allen going to run with it. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he is going to have the first down. And that might not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they should be able to run it down from here.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bears 14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Williams. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. But I think the ball's out, and this one's going to go out of bounds. So